What's up, Windraiser Nation, and welcome back to week one of our Build and Battle series. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're back. You guys already got the draft breakdown with Koinu. That will be. I haven't uploaded it technically as of recording this video, but that will be up by the time this video is up. But yeah, this is my week one battle. Our opponent is going to be our beautiful little Canadian boy, Pickles, and we'll read out the team in a second. But I have a big surprise for y'all. I have a huge surprise for you guys, just in the fact of he's a notorious guest here on Windraiser Nation, and we had to bring him in for week one because we had to get this week one dub, start out the season strong. But owner of PBL, my very good friend, NCL Hood Classic, Mystery CD.
It may not mean nothing to y'all.
Understand nothing was done for me. What's going on, NCL Nation, Windraiser Nation, whoever the fuck's watching this video? How are we all doing? Well, I'm so thankful to be back. Thank you, James. Appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, of course. So, these builders, they're gonna be. I don't even know how long they'll be. I don't know if I'll merge them with the battle or not. Probably will merge them with the battle. I used to do this series way back when, so just bringing it back. Ain't the cleanest shit in the world, but fuck you guys, you get what you get. But yeah, so I think me and Mystery are just gonna dive into this. I don't make this shit formal. We've been done knowing that. So
we're starting with Genesect, I can see.
I think this thing fucks his ass. So bad. I was thinking Technoblast, Electric,
Totally. Yep.
the Shock Drive, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's super free into his team, and if he wants to go,
I think Special Genesect destroys him.
Just absolutely fucks him. I completely agree. I just think 4 moves, right? We just go.
Yeah, you go Technoblast. You probably go Ice Beam for the Chomp. You could go Bug Buzz because that hits Zam and Ogerpon.
Also probably does 8 million damage to fucking everybody.
Yeah, it's a nice strong move for King Gambit as well.
I mean,
and then you could just do U-turn as the last move, possibly. Otherwise, E-Speed for Zam if you want to try and pick it off.
I was gonna say, I do E-Speed. Do we get a fighting move? Or is...
I think it's Brick Break, right?
Why doesn't it get a special fighting move? What the fuck?
Doesn't get anything? That's crazy.
It's insane. I guess it's the one coverage he doesn't get.
Yeah, I could see low kick, brick break, nothing. That's wild. I don't really think you need it. Just to be honest, I think this is a Terra King Gambit week anyway. So
I agree. My thought was just flamethrower. It's a ton too, but low key E-Speed looks really good. Especially if Terra's King Gambit, good for Ogerpon, good for Zam.
Also, just your screens are you're kind of covering your team builder or the team
for you. I am. It's good on the.
Oh, okay. I can't see. I guess I'll put it up on the side for me then because I can't see.
My bad. Let me see if this fucks up the dimensions.
Okay.
Oh, here you go. This is better. I don't know why I didn't do this before. Here we go.
Thank you, my goat.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so yeah, no, I think we can come back to it. I think E-Speed's probably gonna end up being the move just because you pick off so many mons on this team. Does download work with stat boosts and buffs and decreases in mind?
It does,
or is
it
and
the calc it does.
Okay, so
it's really
finicky.
I think have to be careful with it sometimes.
I think that's definitely what you go for because you go for E-Speed because that could pick off Scale Shot Chomp. I mean, because that might do if you get the attack bonus and he's -1 defense, that could do 50.
Genesect is a strong boy.
He is. You may have traded away Dialga, and I may disagree with it, but if you're gonna get a guy, Genesect is one of the guys. So you know what? You had to help out the poor and needy Taylor.
True. I just didn't want to use it. You know what I mean? I just got down to it. I was kind of meh. Yeah. So it does put in that.
Gotcha.
I take shit down to the mall. Okay. Mega Alakazam. Let me just see how much that does. E-Speed's doing fucking half, man.
Crazy. It's absolutely wild.
Yeah, I get the +1 for defense, obviously. If he's here. If he's max HP, I'm doing like 45 min, but this is the +1 with attack with no investment. And then, I mean, this is no invest and not the +1, but if I ever have the +1 in special attack, I'm fucking nuking this thing.
Right.
So, and then if we look at Garchomp, what are we getting? We're getting special attack. That makes sense.
That's what I'm saying, though. Make it minus defense. Yeah, this is also, tank chomp. I'm saying, like, offensive.
Yeah, let's just say Jolly. Let's just say, like, max HP, Jolly Chomp. We'd still get the +1 rate in this.
Yeah, because his defense is higher.
But, I mean, if he's E-Speed, if he's -1, we're doing a chunk. We're doing a chunk. This is the +1 and him -1.
I just don't think he's going to be max HP skill shot chomp.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if he's offensive,
he's
going to be doing, damn near half. It's pretty good.
Again, this is with download, though, so, like, if I don't have the attack boost, that's what I'm looking at.
No, I agree. I'm just saying overall that, like, if you are revenging if you need to revenge this thing.
I guess that's what you just asked, right? It does work like that. So it goes based off of stat changes, not just so it goes off the base number, right?
Right.
So I would come in with a +1. So, like, if I needed to pick him off, like you're saying, I get what you're saying, right? Like, if he scale shots, kills someone, I can come in and pick it off.
Right,
okay,
you're not just shit out of luck.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
You have offensive options into it, which is great. So
the thing is, too, I highly doubt I need this, like, any special attack, too. I'm just gonna be fucking nuking everything.
Yeah, we could figure out, what you need for each mon, really.
We go... I hate this 50 set.
Do the Calm Mind is the bulky, the Fizz-Dip one.
Misclicked. So that's just max HP. Dude, look how much Techno Blast is doing. Holy shit. Fucking
Pokemon.
nuking.
Very fair and balanced Pokemon. And that's no special attack, dude. Come on.
Yes, let me go to 252. Oh, I'm putting Spit F like a little.
I was gonna say, what are you doing here?
Holy shit, I can just kill max HP, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I don't even feel like I need all this. I mean, let me look at speed. Do I outspeed Speedy Moltres? You think you'd do that? I don't like. I think he could.
I guess. I don't know what he would go max for, because, like, your speed tiers after Tink are, like, just non-existent. Like, I do not respect them as Pokemon, so... I don't really know exactly what... Like, if he's speedy, I feel like he'll just be Scarf, in which, it's not going to matter. I mean, if you wanted to creep, like, Modest Moltres, I guess, but I think you would prefer to be Modest this game. Like, if you're Modest this game, you can, like, blow shit up. That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit, man.
Like, you can make it just, like, auto-kill after rocks or something, and, we can go check all the other mons, obviously, but...
So 152 Modest right now. Gets me guaranteed kills.
Also, you'll probably want to go minus Spit F, so you can not weaken your E-speeds.
What is that, Rash?
I believe so. Give him a rash.
Real, he's got a rash. Look at him. It's Grenisect.
True.
Like Grenadine, get it? Grenisect.
Ah, you see. Funny boy. What was my Genesect name? I knew Genesex.
That's kind of real.
Nice.
Low-key. What if I just name him Goonsex and just make it like as fucking
Dude, that's not even anything. That doesn't fucking mean anything.
Yeah.
As watered down as possible, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can...
Also,
I would start
don't I
checking
not
some
want to
other
go
mons.
shiny? Isn't there like a thing?
No, you
like
do.
there's
You do want to go shiny because that means it could have E-speed. If you don't go shiny, it can't have E-speed.
Ah, okay.
You actually have to go shiny because you have E-speed.
We'll go Grenisect. That means it's just fucking nothing. Alright. That's pretty dope. So this just kills max HP, Finny.
I guess
Obviously,
you could
this
check
guy-
like max would have AV Fee, make sure you 2-co.
No way we don't 2-co, right? Yeah.
I was gonna say. Well, if he does that, you're not 2-coing anyway, so.
Yeah. There's no point. I
Oh,
I
because you
will
won't get
anyways.
the special attack boost. That's why. So I guess
Right.
calc without the special attack boost, how much you're doing to Feeny. Like you don't have to make him spit F, but like if you swap it on someone, get the attack boost,
Like
and
the
then he
attack
wants to go
boost,
Feeny.
so like if I go
Just like leftovers, whatever.
if I go leftovers and I don't get this special attack boost, I mean I'm doing.
That's also calm. So yeah, you still 2-co. Awesome.
Okay, let's just go bold. Okay, that gets no. That still doesn't get it. That makes sense because if there's nothing in either, you know what I mean. So it's like whatever. I'm doing so much damage to this fucking Finny, dude. Holy shit. I feel like Technoblast is such a easy click too.
Yeah, because I don't think he's gonna want to go to chomp on you very often. So.
Because like even if he does go Garchomp, right? How much is Bug Buzz doing? I mean, look at this
A
shit.
lot.
Look at Bug Buzz. This shit is waxing him. Yeah, he literally can't do that. But
No, I agree.
and I mean,
Is there anyone else we want to calc against to make sure we kill? I guess like Gamba, we could look at some calcs for him, see what he's got. And then probably Moltres.
I mean,
Jesus
max HP
Christ.
Gambit, I'm fucking blowing up, man. I don't
Yeah,
even
he
really
dies
care.
to 2 Technoblasts, man.
Yeah, he dies to
Oh,
two
this,
fucking...
you have max special attack on this one though, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. Still dying. Yeah, because I get the
Does that, if he has leftovers and max HP, do you kill with 2 Technoblasts after?
This is if I get the attack boost. Like if I have the attack boost, but if I get the special attack boost, I'm nuking it.
If he has leftovers in the set, do you still always 2-co?
Yeah.
No rocks?
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, I meant with Techno.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, I think this is fine. I mean, I know if you don't get the special attack, it's a little annoying, but nothing you can do about that.
I mean, it makes my E-speed stronger. Can't just go Zam, which is nice. Also, I guarantee you, I was talking to Koinu about this, I guarantee you he's going to try and run, like, Fire Punch on Mega Zam and think, like, I don't know the tech or something.
You invented the tech, or you were victim of the tech.
How much does that do to me, I wonder?
I can't imagine a lot.
I ain't no fucking... $42 to $50. He's hasty. Yeah, he can't kill me. Cool.
Yeah, you're good. You're definitely good.
We nuked that shit. What if I get the +1? Yeah, I do so much damage to this thing. Holy shit. This is hasty, but like, I don't know, timid.
Yeah, I think this is such a good push where it hurts type of mon, where like if you can really get this thing in on good matchups and just click moves over and over again and make them feel it rather than trying to set up with it all the time. I think
agree.
it's.
I think
I think
Foreman's
he's a
Genesect
fantastic
is its
Pokemon.
best stat. Unless, obviously, with the item log is what I'm talking about, but I love the 4 moves. I mean, I don't really know what speed I even care about. I feel like bulky chomp is kind of just where I go, right?
Go back to his page. Yeah, I would probably go min speed chomp and go like a little bit more than that.
Yeah. Speed creep is speed creep. Be up here.
Like go like 243, something like that.
Yeah, sure. I only need 36. It gives me so much leeway too because I can.
You could also run a fuck-loaded attack if you really wanted to.
I want to see how much. Because I'm always gonna get special attack, obviously, right? I just want to see. Speed does like nothing. Okay. 23 to 27. I mean, that's a chunk at least. I mean, just to play sucker games with him, obviously, right? Dude.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is so fucking strong. Holy shit.
I guess,
God.
yeah, that's uneven. Wow.
It's 5 fainted. Yeah.
I would run enough bulk for the sucker on that. Just
Yeah.
like a little bit of HP. Okay. So, is there? I guess like take out the 5 allies and make them just like +2 with black glasses and see what you're looking at here.
Like the 2 allies?
Just yeah, 3. Just keep working your way up. Okay. Don't worry about that.
Just gonna be at
Move the sucker, which is important.
I could live after rocks at 4 as well.
Okay, cool. I think this is fine. And then we can go.
That's not too bad.
What's up, bad at all?
Throw that in there. I'd rather have that security if I do need to come in on rocks late game. Just blow this shit up. Terra Fairy is
Look at
annoying, but
Moltres as well.
Technoblast is so fucking much. Huh?
I so we can look at Moltres as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blowing Moltres up. There ain't no way, right? This shit's like dying, yeah.
Damn.
And if he's like full spit F Moltres for whatever reason, he can live 1. This shit takes 8 million. If I don't have the special attack boost for some reason, he still gets too good.
Okay, cool, perfect. Yeah, I think you just rock out the set. You throw the 224 in attack and have a strong E-Speed Revenger.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how much I do. So let's just say SD Chomp. If he's -1, oh, I'm doing fucking half, man. Holy shit. That's awesome.
Right.
And then let's just check Ogre Pawn. 41 to 49. That's pretty good.
He also can't really touch you.
Yeah. And then they get Alakazam. This is what I care about. That's a holy shit. I'm doing so much. Alright.
Right.
I mean, he gets a lot of HP, so I'm at least minimum doing half. But
Does he get that much HP this game? What's your
I don't think
fastest
so.
one?
I just threw that in there. Just because, like, who knows if he puts it just in defense at the point, you know what I mean? So I just, like...
Who is your fastest mon?
Meow.
Oh, yeah, he most certainly is getting max. Well, he gets to run modest, and then he doesn't get to run that much. He goes from 399 to, what, 380, so...
So he gets, like, what?
I believe that's like 80.
That makes sense. I mean, I don't know why I go down to that. It like doesn't change anything either. Kind of pisses me off because I guess I don't have to put the drive on because it doesn't change it. That's weird.
Yeah, it just makes the Technoblast electric.
Oh, shit. Extreme Eevee boost. Yeah, I do 63 to 74 to this thing.
Right. So.
Damn! Alright, Genesect. Alright, so my second thought here. So I had quite a bit of thoughts, right? I mean, I've thought about this matchup already. I think Torn has to come. I think Hydrapple has to come. We can kind of just move down the list. I also want to talk about Meow because I think that's also good here. But the first thing I want to talk about was I hate doing this over and over again. I'm sorry, my king.
Dude, it's Meow with Power Gem and Protectopad's knock time.
Yes, Misty Terrain.
It's not gonna be up all the time.
It's true. What, I just go like sucker at that point? I don't want to play games with this stupid Zan.
I'm talking for Moltres.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking about like, I just don't want to have. My thought was Scarf, but if you think like pads, I just don't want to play sucker games with Mega Zam later on. But to be fair, does Mega Zam ever beat Hydrapple?
I think Hydrapple plus Tink, you should be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can afford to run the Tink, but if you can, that'd be wonderful.
I probably can. We'll just have to see. Anyways, for Torn, this shit eats, bro. His flying resist is King Gambit Earthworm.
Well, you also could make this your Scarfer and go like Scarf Foul Play, because that helps with Chomp. That helps with possible Terra King Gambit stuff. That helps with Zam. I know Foul Play's not doing that much, but just in general, having a Scarf.
I mean,
It helps with Ogerpon.
I don't hate that, actually.
Yeah, it's not bad damage either, because I could put it in range of E-Speed.
Mm. Yeah, I don't hate that. Plus U-turn span.
Right. Yeah, Bleak Wind, Foul Play, U-turn, and pick a coverage move.
Could just do knock.
Sure.
I don't hate that. Because, like, only other options, like, what? Heat Wave? I don't really care. Or Sludge Bomb.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to lock into Sludge Bomb and give free King
Probably
Gambit
would be
setup.
Heat Wave, so I think Knockout's fun.
That's kind of dope. I got a shitload of speed. Or, not speed. HP, right? Dude, do we respect... Dude, do we respect Ogerpon in this matchup? I have fucking...
Yeah.
Genesect,
You do, because it's
Torn.
Terra.
I guess that's fair.
Like, I don't think he'll bring it, but you should, because it's... You don't want to be in a position where also you lose, like, SD Rock Tomb because you didn't creep the...
That'd be fucking
the
hilarious
Ogerpon.
if I lost
For, like, a
to
little
SD.
bit extra HP.
I need that HP, man. Alright, what's Ogre get to?
Ogre Gyat.
350. Ogre Yacht. That was kind of real that you said that. Why do I record with you? You're such an enabler.
Fuck's that supposed to mean?
I just go minus attack because it doesn't affect my foul play, right?
Yes.
Scarf. I could also go Scarf Taunt like a beast. Nah, there's no reason. Like knock off better. I guess let's just do King Gambit. Let's just do Terra Water for whatever reason. What's foul play doing? Hurricane's still doing a shitload. Holy fuck. I guess it's Bleak Wind, not Hurricane.
Does the allies fainted boost foul play damage?
No.
Ah, it's too bad.
Holy shit, this thing fucking nukes me.
Damn.
I got the one.
That's crazy though.
Luckily, it doesn't even do that much. It's kind of crazy.
I guess we go something else. I mean, how much does like Chomp take if he's the -1 defense and then +2 attack? Because that's more what I was thinking of. Because like, obviously King Gambit's just broken. I mean, yeah, this is still pretty solid.
I'd kill him. Yeah. And that guaranteed puts him in E-speed range no matter what.
Yeah, I still think this is pretty good.
I agree. Just because offensive Chomp does look good into me. Oh, I get 88 perfectly. That's actually kind of nice. Cool. I fuck heavy with that. Super easy. Porn anus.
My goat.
You guys get to see all the dope nicknames. Do you do your shiny?
No, you not.
I kind of like the shiny. I like the green.
Not terrible.
Is this shiny even in the game?
Yes.
It's kind of here, not gonna lie.
You're on the full shiny team.
True. I love this thing. I think this thing looks great. And I was just thinking, like, super simple, like, dual stab Dragon Tail. Like, dual stab, Earth Power, Dragon Tail. Possibly.
What's Dragon Tail for?
Phase out the Gambit so you don't get set up on.
Okay.
Or I could just do plot. Say fuck the bullshit.
You could do like plot yawn dual stab. Because that also
Problem
that
is,
does
he
space.
does have terrain.
That's true. That is true. Sure. Yeah, Dragon Tail's fine. I think
I was
Dragon
just
Tail.
thinking, like, Draco, Leaf Storm.
Fickle Beam. We
I
get
could
these
go
rolls.
Fickle. My thing is, don't I just want to bomb something? Especially, like, Moltres.
I mean, if you're going plot, I'd rather go Fickle Beam.
You
Just
know,
have the upside.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it just depends on if I go plot, right? And then, like, what tear are we going?
Oh, you're going Earth Power? Okay.
I feel like I need it, right?
Just makes you a little weaker into Gambit, but.
What did you want there?
Well, you're the one that said Dragon Tail.
Oh, yeah. I mean, is it weaker, though? It forced him to Terra. Am I missing something?
I'm not sure. You
8 million.
I mean, yeah, it speeds you though, and like you have to get the plot up. I mean, that's like I just don't think King Gambit like is
This
going to
is without
swap in
plot.
on.
This is without plot.
Yeah, I guess so. That's fine.
Obviously, I might
If
not
you
have
just-
all this special attack, but like my thing is like, right? If I
He,
have
he also
the-
forces you to Terra.
Yeah, yeah, which I'm fine with though, right? Because I already want to be Terra. Like I don't want to be my type. I don't really give a fuck about being Grass Dragon in this match. I'd much rather be like Water or whatever I'm going.
Sure.
Because like if I'm Fairy, obviously Ironhead there, but like he does like nothing. If I'm +2, I'm blowing this shit the fuck up. Let's see, he's Fairy, right? Yeah, I nuke this thing.
Would he run speed on Gambit?
I think so. For Don Fan, like a little bit.
He right. So I guess what could we get past Orthworm potentially, like 8 over Orthworm?
Yikes. That's gonna be a lot. I don't know if we can.
Look, I know it sucks, but if we want to make plot work, we got to be faster than Gambit. We just have to be.
Yickers. You think we can afford the 172? That feels like a lot.
If you want to be offensive, then I think this is probably what you. I mean, unless you don't want to respect the earthworm at all, which is fine because you can't really do much back to him. But you have to try and guess what the game.
I think I should probably lean more towards like this has to be my initial Zam swap in right with Tink.
Well, then I think you're going the wrong type of build. This isn't going to beat Zam if you're offensive.
Something like this could work then.
It's fine.
Sounds so defeated.
No, it's fine. I just, was hoping to run funny fast apple, but this will work too.
Funny fast apple would have been cool. However, I don't think offensive is gonna get where I want. My biggest thing with like Dragon Tail too is like I can fickle beam, right? So we said, well, he's gonna have 80, and if he tries setting up on me, I just Dragon Tail at that point, right? Yeah, it's not like he does. What's Psy Shock doing?
Hey, don't go steal.
Yeah, that's definitely yeah. Holy butthole.
Maybe not.
Pure grass. Tell me I'm wrong.
What make you stronger? True dragon.
If I go Terra Dragon, those fickle beams be fucking hitting. I don't think there's a typing I can go that helps with like Gambit and Zam, right? Like it's just Fairy. Fairy was like my first thought. Obviously,
Fairy's totally fine.
I just don't even know if he runs Iron Head, right? Because it's like Kowtow, Sucker, Kowtow or Knock, whatever.
He'll go Knock, yeah.
Yeah. Knock, Sucker, SD, either Terra Blast or Low Kick, right?
Yeah, it could be Terra Blast Fairy. But that would also get walled by Tink. I think there's a possibility he's like maybe ground this game or like fire. Which I think opens up because if he doesn't respect Keldeo with him having Feeny, he could just try to take advantage of that and go like fire.
I could definitely see fire, yeah. I think Fairy's the way to go. I think Fairy covers the most.
Yeah, that works.
And then I wall the shit out of Zam. Yeah. Then I can put defense in. I like having the like a shitload of special attack though too. Just like what's his swap in?
Earthworm?
Yeah, Earthworm. Look at this shit. I do 51.
Nice. Yeah, no, I think Hydra Apple puts in a ton of work here. I hate seeing this thing be AV every week, but I'm not saying specifically from you, just like in general.
Yeah. Good AV man, unfortunately. Yeah, I just like the max modest. Probably just go 244. Eight in defense. Boring set, but I feel like it gets the job done, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Damn! Let's just say fire. with Fickle Beam. Dude, if I get the all out, I can just kill him. That's the HP, but that shit crazy. And plus, if he's fire, I 2-ko him regardless. Do you like the max, or do you think I should just do this until I make sure this 2-kos? Put defense in.
I think the max is fine. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think you're being a little bit of a coward by not running any speed on this Drapple. I think you got to play the game with him. Can't just bend over and put your ass in the air. We're trying to win these speed wars.
I ain't bending over. This thing fucking kills his team. This shit waxes.
King Gambit about to bend you over.
But yeah, that's true. Fucking speed, man. What do you want to go?
You're such a baby, dude. Who cares? Run a little speed for the gang.
Bro, you know,
He's
I'm
a
not
fast
hitting as
apple.
hard. I'm running fucking Fickle Beam, man. What do you want to go? Like 142, 1? Get up over the Dawn.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
I'll run that shit. You're a bitch, though, by the way.
Well, do you need the 8 in defense? Yeah, there we go. Pretty good.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't care. As long as I outspeed. I mean, I was the one that, like, I don't mind running speed. That's fine. I just don't know if I wanted to catch Orthworm. That felt like a lot.
I think it was more to try and guarantee the outspeed if you were going to go full offensive, which I still think is the right move. Like, if you're going to go full offensive, you should be trying to outspeed them.
I mean, what do you think? Do we just go full offensive? I feel like it's just super consistent, right?
I think you're putting a lot on Tink's back if you do.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is fine.
Yeah, you should be okay.
I mean, we keep talking about it, right? So Tink pretty much needs to be here.
Yeah, he helps with a lot of the guys.
Encore's just a must, I feel like. I could go the Borg set. Just that air balloon. Guaranteed swap in on Chomp, right?
This is also a Terra Cap.
It is also a tiered cap, which is, I think, why we definitely want to put a Terra on it. I hate to say it, but like just even going pure fairy on this thing, like making this a fairy Terra, would be awful.
I was thinking flying as a way to... It helps with Slitherwing if it comes. It also makes a 50-50 with Garchomp if your balloon breaks.
I don't hate flying. Anything else? I'm trying to think. I don't think there's another type I like. I would think it's just fairy, flying, water, and staying on Moltres. Flying. Oh, that's my caps lock on. This is a Hood Classic name.
True.
Oh, we need a name for Hydrapple. Come
Hydra
Apple.
dash Apple.
True.
Arc.
Hydra Apple. Actually gonna make me kill myself. We'll think about that one. We'll think about it. We'll come back to it. I'm notoriously known to not coming back to it, but we'll we'll come back to it. I'm just gonna put rocks on this bitch.
Mm-hmm. Definitely go Encore.
Yeah. Should I go T-Wave? Fucking pair the Moltres.
Yeah, just go like T-Wave play rough.
Yeah. I like that a lot. That was simple.
Yeah, that works for me.
Alright. This thing's speed, I think, is important. Like, really important. What are you thinking?
I would. See, I gotta be honest, I don't really agree. I think I would just go like 16 just to catch any potential creeps, but I really wouldn't think too hard about it. It's
Also, another. I know I have Torn that's knocking off, but this is also a really good knocker this week. Just something to think about. Just because Moltres is coming in, right?
because I know who you want to add to the team later. I know. I see right through you.
My thought was Rocks. I know who you're thinking of, but my immediate thought was Rocks pressure, right? Was like, if Moltres comes in, well, then I get to take his boots.
For sure. If that's the case, I'd probably dump T-Wave because he has Feeny, Garchomp that could be coming in. So if you prefer that, it's totally fine.
I mean, I did draft this team to knock off, right? So.
Yes, you did. Among other things.
Win. I think that's what you're trying to get to.
No.
A damn shit down to the mall. The fuck are we doing? We need Terrablast, water, and SD. Can I get a Traverse in chat?
You could not.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man! Holy shit.
Alright, yeah, I think we go Meow. That's one of the last two slots, and since we have the Scarf Torn, it could be like a fun, epic set.
Let me work these EVs real quick, buddy. You're
Oh.
getting ahead of yourself here.
Oh!
Little man. Little dude.
Sometimes I put the cart before the horse, what can I say?
Slitherwing, you suck. Holy shit.
Dude.
How is Tink Tucoing you? How?
Don't let Quinn hear this. I'm sure he was glazing it in the fucking draft breakdown video.
We didn't break down my opponent's team, but yeah. Stupid bitch.
Oh, right. I forgot it's on your team. Whoopsie.
I go 108. No, I'm not. I forgot that he gets 80 HP. Which attack do I want? My little funny guy. Do I make sure player of Tucos?
No, definitely not.
Come on, man. Get Tucos. I'm just gonna go the 84.
Who cares? You have knockoff.
Knockoff does less.
I'm not saying for the Tuco. You just don't need to click fucking player of.
Come on, man. You're being a real sore loser here.
You're not being a Sigma.
Holy shit. I get 24 EVs back. Also, why did it put 80 in special attack? That's funny. The thing's so goofy. 160 spit F. Holy shit, I get so much. Probably don't need to do all these calcs, but you know. Yeah, we're eating. Cool. Tink, you're my goat.
Also, if we're going flying, do we have to go balloon or can we go like citrus to help kind of take hits better from Zam?
We could definitely do that. My thing is, like, this is the, like, if we want to initially... I guess we don't really need to initially swap this into Garchomp, right?
You don't really do much back to Chomp.
That was just that we get rocks, but yeah.
I don't know. I mean...
We 2-co offensive as well.
I guess.
But I
I'm
feel
more
like we can
scared
always go
of Zam than Chomp, to be honest.
That's fine. We'll just go citrus and you're fine. Alright. Meow. I agree. Fucking Power Gem.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Flower Trick hits this team really well, so we can do that.
It would hit really hard if it was like an actually high powered move. True.
Come on,
man. I wish my stab wasn't Frost Breath, but Grass type and physical.
Why are you being so mean, man?
Fuck Flower Trick. This move sucks cock.
Sorry, dude. It's a fine move. It's a good grass stab. Never
We have
misses.
do we have like Pedal Blizzard?
Yeah. I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, let's run that.
Flower Trick stronger.
Actually, barely, and at least Pedal Blizzard can crit. Like, you know, and do more damage, like higher damage output.
Why wouldn't we just rather have the consistent damage that can go through, like, setup?
Because it capture damage, like there's just a limit to how much it can do because
Nah,
you're
I'm
doing
putting
so
Flower
little.
Trick.
Because your base power is so weak.
Come on, man.
Weak bitch. I hate you, Meow.
Stop, man. Just a hater.
He's so ass.
If I go protective pads, don't I just go, like, offensive and just go, like, fucking...
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't need power gem, right? I just go, like, Thunder Punch.
Yes, you do. No, fuck the Thunder Punch isn't doing shit.
I don't want to run power gem, man.
Why? Thunder Punch is literally just for Meow or for fucking Moltres. Why would you just run Power Gem?
Finny as well. True. And it's a physical type.
You're a grass type with your great move Flower
I'm
Trick.
gonna fucking kill you. Also, look how much fucking triple axle does.
35.
That's a good damage.
Weak.
How much does Thunder Punch do? Oh yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see? Shut up, bitch.
Knock off or Flower Trick into... Or, you know, Flower Trick most of the time into Power Gem will kill.
I just got no U-turn.
What else do you need?
Triple axle.
You got Encore? We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
No.
Tonka.
Okay.
It's either U-turn or triple axle, right?
I think you have good Revengers for Garchomp at this point. I would probably just go U-turn. Because your pivoting isn't as good as your Chomp support.
This is really funny because literally I don't even have to run protective pads with this set because none of my moves make contact. Unless
Two of them do.
I mean, okay, Sucker Punch does, but I can't get burned on swap in. I guess if
Well,
I
it's also
want
for bulky Chomp. Like you can U-turn or Sucker on like bulky Chomp and not get punished for it. You don't have to run pads. I mean, you could run like boots if you really want, or you know, I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Belt.
We don't have a removal
Muscle
right now
band.
either.
Yeah, so you can make this boots if you want. Plus, if you get burned, he might be more likely to stay in. So.
Yeah. I just like the idea of being able to U-turn, not even on Moltres, but on Chomp, like you said. Without taking damage, but it's probably not a huge deal. Alrighty. Just going to Ogre Pond, you think, again?
Yeah.
Is it 352?
Same shit, different mon.
Cool.
Alright, now it's officially time.
The time of the hour.
I have to throw my hat in the ring. Fuck this mon. Keep him away.
He's such a good breaker.
No, he's not! He sucks so much cock. Don't bring him. We can find more value. Keldeo, welcome home. Hood Classic. Donphan, we need removal. Emolga, I know you're out there.
Molga's crazy. Molga is crazy.
We need another Feeny check. Muck, welcome home.
We have Hydrapple.
Listen, alright. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to keep him away.
Look, man, you could convince me Keldeo low key. I'm not even lying. I'm not even trying to like. I don't
No,
want to force
sadly, with Feeny and Ogerpon being Terra, and
Yeah.
it's just too much. It's not a good Keldeo week.
I think the facade tech could be cool, bro.
Bulky Keldeo would be funny with like helmet. That'd be very, very funny. But yeah, fine, whatever. I don't care. Do it yourself.
What original ability should I go? Inner focus.
I don't know. Can he even make you flinch with anything on this team?
I don't think so.
Can game it Iron Head.
True, Iron Head. He get flinched with Iron Head. So true.
Alakazam's in Headbutt.
That's real. I'm gonna go early bird for Hypnosis Zam actually.
Razor Fang Garchomp.
That's real. I don't. That's allowed, I guess. King's Rock. I thought you you guys banned those items.
Yeah, I think they are. Early Bird is crazy because I don't think any of these mounts could put you to sleep either.
Zam.
What? Hypnosis?
Yeah. Remember when Sky ran that against me? Literally.
Yeah.
Literally, the fucking that. Lucario, fucking Mega Zam as well, or not Zam, Mega KT.
I remember the Lucario that did nothing.
That got
Most useful Lucario. Most useful Lucario.
Zam. I don't want to hear it. That was ass.
The most taste that Lucario's gotten in 5 years.
Ever.
Got put to sleep and immediately died.
Yeah. Dude, I should run Power Up Punch while the Moltres comes in so that I get burned.
Right. Well, no, I agree. Yeah, and just run Facade. If you're gonna bring that, that's literally what you have to do.
Whatever. Facade. Power Up Punch for sure. Sucker. And then I could also. I know you hate this move. I could low-key also run Fake Out to make sure that I have like consistent priority.
You have consistent priority.
This whole team has so much priority. Yeah, fuck it. I'd rather just run Sucker.
Ice Punch time.
You think Ice Punch? I was thinking.
Oh no, Blizzard for the Garchomp.
Ice Punch hits harder.
Nah, because then you'll make contact.
Who cares?
Ice Beam.
Ice Beam's kind of real. I'm not gonna lie. Do I run that or do I run a fighting move?
For what?
The Gambit. Or do we not?
You have a fighting move. You can Power Up Punch.
That's real. Drain Punch? Anybody?
Fuck no.
I could also just run Earthquake. Also, technically this sets... I have Power Punch for Earthworm, right? Does that fucking matter? Do I just bring a second normal move, like Body Slam? Or, no, I probably need Ice Punch, right? What am I talking about?
Ugh. Every time I see him, I'm just disgusted.
It's gonna be okay, man.
It's not. Look how weak this thing is. Oh my god.
What do you mean, oh my god? That's
it's
good
so
damage.
Ass. It sucks.
This is bulky chop, man.
Yeah, it's 4 times effective. Mega that hits twice. Man, I really hope to do more than 75.
Dude, that's full defense chomp. There's a lot of Pokemon that take...
do more than 75.
Come on, man.
Because they can like run an item and, you know, not take a fuck ton of damage or do more damage themselves.
Look, dude, stop hating so much.
No.
I need you to calm the fuck down. How much does the Facade do raw? 40 to 48, okay. Do I run Adamant like a fucking demon? I feel like I have to, right? If I'm gonna do this. I fucking ran Modest on Genesect. I feel like I run Adamant on this.
You should definitely run Adamant. No, I'm saying like just don't even respect these speed tiers. Like,
no, I'm not going to.
Just I'd way rather just be bulky on this thing.
I agree.
Especially because we're already going to have to take like 400 damage just to kill this Garchomp. We'll probably end up dying to it anyway. This is going to be a gritty 1-for-1 trade to start the season.
This will be gritty.
want y'all to know this Kangaskhan could put up 40 kills. He ain't getting a vote for me for any awards.
That's
Nope.
fucked up. That's fucked up.
I don't care. I got an agenda to push.
I have it on video, guys. The mod team is in fact biased. The mod team is
True.
biased.
You're damn right. You're damn right. I'll
The
tell
voting is
everybody right
rigged.
now. I'll put
The
it in
voting
chat.
is rigged.
You're damn right. It's rigged. It's people voting. Like,
That's crazy work. How much does Finny take? That's the one I'm worried about. Yikers. If I power punch into it. Okay. I power punch, and I can have a chance to kill. If it's leftovers, I won't kill after. But at that point, I don't care. Okay, cool. Because, like, he has to swap in. It's Chomp or Moltres, right? Like, that's who's immediately initially swapping into.
right.
So, I don't really care. Fucking burn me, you bitch. If Moltres comes in and he burns me, holy shit, bro.
Dude, if I was looking at your team, I'd be like, Moltres about to fucking eat. First positive matchup for Moltres in ages, and then it's just a bunch of traps everywhere. We should run Stone Edge take a ton. Really put this bitch in hell. I have him questioning his life. Am I really a fire type?
That'd be awesome. Rock Tomb take a ton. True. This thing.
Does he get edge?
He gets slide. I know that. I don't think he gets.
No,
edge.
it's right there. It's right
you're
there.
Right, you're right. You're right. Right in front of my face. He gets all three because I know he gets Tomb as well. I've seen Rock Tomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets all three.
Smackdown. My favorite move. Smackdown Bulldoze.
Smackdown
It's
Bulldoze.
time.
I thought the same thing.
Like I said, we got this Moltres in hell.
Yeah, this Moltres is in literal actual hell. He can't come in on fucking anything, which is the point, so. Like a king. He's here.
No, do not look at Kang. He fucking blows. Man, I wish we could run removal and still we have to run this garbage Pokemon.
I could put removal low-key on Torn over Doc.
Yeah. I wouldn't hate it, honestly.
But, alright, cool. How much speed we going? How much did we put on Genesect? We put 36. What was that for? Chomp.
Yeah.
He's Chomp.
I'd probably just do the same.
Okay. We don't need that much, right? Because he gets to 243.
Yeah, only this Kang's gonna be useful is if we... Because we're probably gonna have to trade because we're gonna take so much damage ourselves from...
I mean, that's
Lucky
fine.
Element,
It's
Chomp.
a trade mod anyways. If I can get a shitload of damage on, like... If I can take Chomp out of the game in Moltres, or, like, chip Moltres or something, if I can get, like, a 1.5 for 1 kind of deal with Mega King, I'm happy.
I would be very... I'll be honest. I'll be hyped if we get Power Up Punch into Facade to kill the Moltres. It'd be funny as fuck, so...
Alrighty. I think that's it. I think that's the team.
Yeah. I like the squad, other than Kang.
Sort the poke paste. But yeah, so that's the squad. Good recording session. How much we go? Oh, holy shit! We almost hit exactly an hour. That's insane.
Nice.
Awesome.
You should end it exactly at an hour.
True. Well, do your plugs real quick because you got.
Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter at Base Mystery. Send me on YouTube, Mystery CD. Same thing on Twitch, and keep an eye out for a new video that is coming out within the next few months. I'll just say that it's a long anticipated video.
Ew, I don't like Meow Shiny though. I don't know if we can do the all shiny. I like Kang's shiny.
So just Meow's ugly ass.
Yeah.
Great, dude. This team has got a bunch of my terrorists on it. Fucking
Yes.
Meow and Kang. I can't root for this team.
Used to hate Tink as well. I don't like you. Hate
Yeah, I
anymore.
was when it first came out.
You
I
were
was
a
a
big
huge
hater.
Tink hater. I liked its design, but everyone kept drafting it because. Oh, also I hated it because it was in like 12 points. I knew it wasn't that good. Dude, what is that name?
It's a good name. We gotta come up with this.
Uh,
I'm naming it Cummies. Alright.
no.
What do you want?
I don't know. Not Cummies.
Look at him.
We
He
could
looks like he's
do
screaming
better.
cummies.
No, you should do Hydra dash Apple.
That hurts me though. Ugh, I hate that.
Hydra Arkle.
Hydra, Arkle,
Yeah. Or like
Hyjark,
Arc LE.
Hydrarch,
Hydrarch.
Hydrarch,
Hydrarchal.
Hydrarchal, yeah, Hydrarchal. It's so
Nice.
fucking retarded. All right,
Really good name.
we'll just keep that. I'm not known for my nickname prowess. I'm known for my
I am.
amazing Pokemon Draft League takes, and it's gonna end off this video. Big shout out to Mystery though. Yeah, all of his plugs that he just said, go check him out. Big thank you to him for help building. Good luck to my week 1 opponent Pickles if he does watch this. It's fun
Hey, make sure you're watching me though, because we got Epic Hoopa Unbound. It's time.
True,
this whole
true.
season is light show. This is complete
maybe
light
we'll
show.
have to do like a check in on the league or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyways, shout out to Mystery. Amazing league he's got going on over there. PBL. If you're in Draft League, gotta definitely check it out. Thank you all for joining. Always follow me on Twitch at Windraisers and sub to the YouTube. Please give me a like. Please sub. Helps a lot. Anyways, I will catch y'all on the flip side. See y'all later. Bye. What's up, Windraiser Nation? Welcome back to our battle video. I am feeling a little whack. I'm not gonna kid you, but I did want to get this video out and give you guys an actual game to watch. So, just to recap really quick, this video is going to be a post battle summary because I forgot to record. And on top of that, I was not feeling good. So like 2 or 3 turns in, when I realized I was supposed to be recording, because I haven't done this in a fucking fat minute, I just kind of was like, I'll just do a post video discussion because I'd rather not set it all up in the middle of the battle, and I just didn't feel great. So so basically I'm just gonna kind of have like a post battle discussion really quick. Here is the paste that we went over. If you want the full building experience, I did have a special guest on there, so definitely go check that out. And I feel like my mic is not picking me up as well as I want to. Maybe it is. Maybe I just suck at this. Who knows? Yeah, that's too loud. My bad. So basically we brought the team from that builder. Great episode. Go watch that. It's probably gonna be the same one. I'm just gonna stick these together. So if you just skip to this part of the video, I'll do a quick recap so that you can see kind of what we brought. You know what I should do? Let me open up the prep doc for you guys. See the matchup really quick. This was the matchup. Super Scary coming in, right? Megazam, Terra King Gambit, and Offensive Chomp were the big issues, and then defensively, Moltres just looked really easy to take advantage of my team. So the team was kind of built around pressuring Moltres and not insta-losing to one of these 3. So yeah, and then we'll show you. I have Pickles paste in here. We can go over for the battle as well. Big shout out to Pickles for giving me his pace and for being a great opponent this week. Go check him out. I don't know if he has anything, but just shout out to him in the video. But yeah, basically we have Shock Drive Genesect with Techno Blast to kind of hit everything really, really hard. Only thing it doesn't hit is the Garchomp. Even Ogre Pond takes quite a chunk from it because we are download, obviously. Ice Beam and Bug Buzz, just a good stab just overall. Does a ton of damage to everything. Ice Beam to kill the Garchomp and to also hit Ogre Pond for super effective damage. We have Bug Buzz as well, just for a good overall move. Extreme Speed is the signature move here. Lots of attack, just so that we can pick things off, specifically Scale Shock Garchomp, and to also go before Sucker Punch on King Gambit. Torn was the main focus of this team. His flying resist is Orthworm and King Gambit, so mine is there as well, but it wasn't really a good flying resist on his team. Bleakwind Storm looked super, super spammable. Foul Play ended up putting Defog on at the last second just because we were a little weak to hazards. The team doesn't let like setup of hazards that often, but just having that option to be able to get rid of was nice. And then U-turn for pivoting. AV Hydrapple to wall a shitload of the team to help with Mega Zam specifically. Terra Fairy was just a good overall typing into Garchomp to not let allow setup. Neutral typing into defensive core and to Zam, not be weak to that focus blast, right? Pretty standard moveset: Fickle Beam, Leaf Storm, Dual Stab, Earth Power, and then Dragon Tail to phase out Zam if he tries to set up or sub on us, and also to phase out. I'm sorry, I'm feeling whack as fuck. My nose just fucking clogged up. To phase out King Gambit if it tries to set up on us. We have Tinkaton here to also help with Mega Zam. Pretty standard set. We have Stealth Rock's Encore. This is to trap Moltres as it comes in. We can knock it off and then Encore it into Roost if it does have to Roost on us, and then play rough for a stab move to kind of spam into him. Look good. Meowscarada, another bait for Moltres. Like I said, we have a ton of those. Flower Trick Sucker Punch is just good stab option. Sucker Punch for the Zam. And to also Sucker Punch into Gambit if he Terras, and not have to take a Sucker Punch and die ourselves. Power Gem is for that Moltres, right, to get rid of it, and then U-turn to kind of pivot around, help out as well. And then last but not least, the GOAT, Mega Kangaskhan is here. Super bulky this week with a shitload of attack. Basically just meant to either clean up late game or help break for Genesect. We're Facade so that we can attack freely into Moltres and not worry about being weak. We can buy it if we get burned, right? So just a really cool set. And as we see here, this was team preview. First thing I'm thinking, right? So I see team preview. No Mega Zam. No Mega Zam was definitely interesting. I was not expecting Ogerpon or Slitherwing. Slitherwing makes sense as soon as I see that. I'm like, okay, it's to help with, to relieve pressure off of Moltres for Meow and Mega King. Probably a Boots variant, something like that. Maybe Banded to help put pressure on it, since my only swap in really is Torn. So it was interesting. Ogerpon was a little bit interesting here. I thought that it would have to be Spikes if it came, Spikes Knock, which it ended up being. It was a little interesting seeing it come into Genesect, like my top three here, Genesect, Torn, Hydrapple, but was interesting. But upon lead here, I mean, look at this, right? There's really no good lead for Pickles. I think that's the biggest thing that sent me off. I can get to a fast start because there's nothing that swaps into Bleak Wind. His Flying Resist is literally just King Gambit. And it doesn't show here. It'll show when I start the game. Actually, it'll show here. So I lead Torn. It shows the Terra types, right? So it is Terra, Fairy, King Gambit, which I see immediately, which is really scary. So I'm really starting to think it's like a bulky setup variant, right? It's going to be SD. It's either Terra Blast or it's just a defensive typing with stabs. Sucker Punch in general just looks really scary. Iron Head and Terra Blast looks really scary. But at this point, I'm like, okay, he's probably Kowtow, Sucker, and then filler moves, right? It's either 4 moves or SD. In my head. So sorry guys. Oh my god, dude. I just took some spicy wings and it's like, that's why I'm clearing my nose a lot. Spicy wings are getting to me. You're probably like, why are you eating spicy wings when you don't feel good, James? You know what? Let me live my fucking life, okay? Windraiser Nation, rise up, okay? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm fucking tweaking out. So it's an interesting video already. Anyways, let's get back to this. I just lead off with Torn here. I think it's pretty easy lead. He has absolutely no swap into Bleak Wind, so I press it here. As Finny comes in, we thankfully land the Bleak Wind. I do fucking 20% at this point. I know that this is full speed F. If we look at my Torn set, I have max special attack and into Tapu Fini. Just the bulky one. Like, this is like max HP. Like a fuckload of Spinef AV, right? So at this point, I'm like, holy shit. This has to be at least like something like this, right? Almost max Spinef AV. So this shit is Spinef out the wazoo. And this is where I make the first real mistake of the game. Unfortunately, on turn 2 here. I go hard Genesect. The reason I'm doing that is because I see the Spidev, and in my head I'm like, okay, I'm really expecting a knock, and I kind of wanted just to scout to see if he would instantly go for the knock to knock off my Hydrapple's AV, just because that would be really, really annoying. However, looking back on it and reflecting, there was really no need to do that. Hydrapple still pretty much walls this thing, even without his AV, just because we can get the Terra off, and we're super Spidev oriented anyways. So Finny is just not doing that much to us, and our HP is negligible at that point. And the really only thing we need the AV for is the Moltres, just because Hydrapple is the initial swap in. But I have things like Torn and Kenny to help with that. It's not like the Moltres is going to be spamming attacks into me with all the traps that we set up. So looking back on it, I definitely should have just gone hard Hydrapple. And I do take the Nature's Madness here, which does blow, right? Because HP on Genesect was really, really important, specifically for 1v1s against King Gambit. And then even taking like a CC from Slithering would have been really, really nice, as well as using it as a kind of pseudo swap in for Ogerpon, which we really can't do anymore. So that was my first roll mistake. I kind of realized that, and with him being so Spidev, there's really no reason to press Technoblast into him. And I kind of have to go hard Hydrapple, losing a bit of momentum. The only good thing is he does Hydro Pump instantly, so we don't lose a lot out of the turn other than 50% on Genesect, which obviously is a lot, but I press Fickle Beam here. There's no way he can stand, and we kind of just trade blows. I do spam Fickle Beam at this point, so I'm not going to slow this down, put this shit on fast. I think, too, looking back, obviously I'm critical of my play. The reason I keep pressing Fickle Beam is once I do this damage, I'm figuring he knows that, like, that he needs to swap, because I don't lose this interaction, because at this point now I can start spamming Earth Power, and I think I just pressed Fickle Beam one more time than I should have, just because I have 8, and I definitely could have preserved that, right? So I pressed Fickle Beam again here, getting the All Out, which was lucky, putting him at 20, and this is when I start Earth Powering. I Earth Power there, and at this point, he has to know, like, hey, I get the Spidev drop. Now there's literally no reason for me not to press Fickle Beam. Probably could have pressed Leaf Storm, because I wonder if that would have killed. Because I'm doing... So he's at 24%. And he's minus 1 Spidev. There's probably a roll, because how much did I do with Earth or Fickle Beam? I did 33. So he's like a lot of Spidev. So if even if he's max Spidev, do I kill him? He's like max Spidev. Nah, even out -1, I'm not killing. So yeah, Fickle Beam. I probably could have pressed Leaf Storm just because there's no way he stays in. He's not just gonna give me his Moltres. Just because if I get the All Out, Fickle Beam is already almost gonna kill. If I get the All Out, it will always kill. If I don't, he's gonna be super, super low. So I do get to Fickle Beam here as he U-turns. Now he does go straight back into this, and I just get to press Leaf Storm straight into Ogerpon. At this point, this is just really good for me. He's stuck in the Hydrapple loop where I got like 80% off on Moltres. Tapu Fini has 20% gone, and now I got to a free Leaf Storm straight into Ogerpon, which was really, really fortunate there. I am I only have 3 Fickle Beams left, which does suck, but it isn't the end of the world. I just have to preserve at this point. So I double here to Torn as he spikes. Really no other play, because I did let my Genesect take 50. What this is the unfortunate part, was I could have been super aggressive here and went Genesect on this pretty freely if I hadn't taken that Nature's Madness, but there's really no other play for me other than to go Torn. He swaps right back in, I U-turn, and I get my Hydrapple Regenerator. I'm getting him stuck in the Regenerator loop at this point. I Leaf Storm again, getting that free damage. I go to Torn as he U-turns. He goes straight into Finny. This was super interesting for me because he's not really making progress, right? I was a little confused on why he didn't just go Gambit or Garchomp. I mean, he can't do it super safely. I do understand that. But this is like making no progress. I'm just gaining regenerator back. So this was super fortunate for me. I just bleak win to get a little bit off because I can take any one move and go into Hydrapple. HP is important, but I'd rather get that off and go safely. And it also covered a double. So it was super, super safe for me to go for Bleak Win there. It doesn't really change a whole lot. And then I do get the double off. If you guys see, this turn is super. It's just, I'm so in the lead here. I cannot stress enough how good like of a position I am. I don't die to anything. Hydro Bump crit is a roll to kill me, to be fair, but he has to land in a crit. And at this point, I had a feeling that he would try to make some momentum here by going Ogerpon and either knocking or putting another spike layer up, or even going straight into something like King Gambit, since I am Terra Fairy'd up if he does have the Iron Head. So I figured Bleak Winding here was super, super safe for me. And getting damage off anyways on this thing was important for King late game, King and Genesect specifically, because Genesect can then now, I think with that Bleak Wind, because he was Tapu Fini, he was Calm Mind, let's just say like 180 Spef. I have his pace, so I kind of know. Calm. Assault Vest. Because I was doing how much to him with Torn? Yeah, like 20%. So he's like this, right? So if I go Genesect here, as you can see, Technoblast is doing 30 to 36. If I Bleak Wind him again, he's at 75% right now, right? So it's actually perfect for me if I Bleak Wind again. So I Bleak Wind, I get the roll, he goes to 56. I can now kill with 2 Technoblasts. I can guarantee 2-ko that. So that's the reason I Bleak Winded there. And then it also covered any crazy double he might want to make to try and make progression onto Hydrapple. So I take the Moonblast. He takes the Bleak Wind. I just I go straight into Hydrapple here to take whatever hit. At this point, it is also super free to me to go back to Torn because there's no way he stays in. And yet again, it's one of those things too where he has to make a play, right? I probably could have just Leaf Storm and claimed a kill, but I also didn't want Moltres to come in if I Leaf Storm, because then he does get a free Roost off. So going back into Torn was the play for me there, just to see if he was going to preserve the Ogerpon. He definitely wouldn't. He didn't make that play. But this aids me because I get Regenerator on Torn and Hydrapple. So this puts me in an excellent position. I can now U-turn. I'm extremely free. Go back into Hydrapple to get my Regenerator off. So now my Tornadus is at full again, and my Hydrapple can go back to full wherever he is. He does go Gambit, which is scary, just because it comes out early. At this point, I'm wondering, like, are you banded, or are you just gonna SD straight in my face? I do live in Ironhead at this position, I believe, because he's not powered up. So my biggest thing here though is I can't Dragon Tail, and I don't really want to immediately Leaf Storm. I could have Leaf Stormed, I guess, especially if he like Terra Fairy, because I get a shitload of damage off. But I also didn't want to run the risk of him just being banded. But I do live from this area 60 to 78, right? He has one ally fainted. It's technically a roll, so like if he's adamant max attack, and then obviously I don't live banded, and then if he's max HP, Leaf Storm's doing that a lot. So I didn't really want to take this risk just because Hydrapple is still super important to help with Finny and Moltres at this point if I need an initial swap in, and I don't really lose a whole lot by going Tink, because if you really look at it, Tink is not super helpful because I didn't run Air Balloon. So it's not like an active swap into Garchomp. And it was kind of one of those things where if I can pickpocket, like if he attacks into me, if I can pickpocket whatever item he has, get up my own rocks as he tries to sucker, I always get free rocks here. If he's banded, I do die, I believe. I'm a shitload of HP. Oh, I don't die yet. I think I count that. Yeah, I never die. Actually, I would die after a spike. But he has to be max attack, and then I have a chance to live it. So I also get to see if he's banded. I have a chance to live, and then I would steal the band. But the biggest thing is that I get to set rocks up, right? So he can't stop that if he attacks into me. And then if he SDs, I always get to encore him. So I don't really lose anything, right? So in my head, I feel like Tink gets on super safe here. I do go the Tink. He does Terra Fairy immediately, which is awesome to force that Terra out. I then steal the leftovers, which shows me that he is 100% SD in my head. I see the Iron Head, so I'm expecting Terra Blast Fairy at this point to be able to hit shit like Hydrapple, right? Super effectively. And then Terra Blast Fairy just looks decent into me in general as a good move. Since you are Iron Head. You could also be Kowtow, to be fair. I'm obviously thinking he has Iron Head Sucker, so just that third move is a mystery to me, but in my head I'm thinking Terra Blast immediately. It's what I would run. It's either that or Knockoff. So, yeah, but this is awesome because I steal the leftovers, and I get free rocks, right? If he ever sets up in front of me or tries to sucker me, Sucker doesn't kill, obviously, and I'm not attacking into him, but if he can't attempt to set up on me. He can either take this kill, because it did do 61, so I will die to the next one. Holy shit, that did so much. You got a high roll. You got a really good roll. Holy shit. Yeah, he got a really high roll, meaning I do die. But that's okay, right? I get rocks up, which helps pressure stuff like Slitherwing. And then chip at that Feeny to also help me just chip away at it. And then a little bit of chip on Garchomp goes a long way as well. And I have options for this. King Gambit is insanely scary still. At this point, I'm like, if he does kill me, it forces me to go Kang a little bit early or Meow. And Meow I can just Flower Trick into the team pretty freely. He does have the Slitherwing and Moltres he can go. If he ever goes Moltres, I'm just taking my kill on that. If he goes Slitherwing, I get to see what it is. Torn is at 100%, so I'm not super scared of that. So my immediate play here, oh, okay, I don't let the play turn out all the way, but yeah, I get the 58%, so it's still a roll for him to kill me. And I get up rocks, and then I get to do some other stuff as well. But yeah, so Moltres comes in, which is best case scenario, to attempt to try and roost on me. That's absolutely fine with me at this point because I get to knock heavy duty boots, making this thing not useless but super bad. He is AV on Feeny, so he can't get rid of rocks here. He can only do it with Moltres, so being able to knock him and then immediately encore him is awesome, right? So now the Moltres is at full, but my rocks are up to stay, and he now has to give me another item on his team because... And then I'm just getting leftover recovery because he can't stay in, right? I just get to spam knockoff forever. I don't give a fuck if this thing gets burned or not. So yeah, he ends up giving me the AV on Finny, which is absolutely awesome. To be fair, this thing was pretty useless anyway, so I get his play there. I'm already back to 83%, and I get the phrase Hydrapple over because this thing cannot do anything to me. So he natures, which is obviously fine. He Hydro Pumps and crits me, which gets me close to dying. And that's definitely really scary. But, again, I am Regenerator, so it isn't the end of the world here. I just leave Storm to take care of that. No leave Storm swap in anymore. Especially with Moltres taking 50% from boots. He does Iron Head into me this time. He suckers, I let him kill me. I just play her off to get some damage off. I get to go Torrent and press Bleak Wind Storm. I do have to sacrifice health on Torrent. The reason I don't go King yet is because of my set. Facade doesn't do a whole lot initially, and I do 2-co King Gambit with Bleakwind, and I get really good damage off. If he SDs in front of me, that's absolutely okay because I can go straight Meowscarada, and then into Hydrapple, especially with the speed drop, and just kill him from there. Since +2, Sucker will never kill Hydrapple with being a Terra Fairy and resisting at the point, and we know for sure we're faster since the speed drop. So he does Terra Blast me, confirming what I thought. He is Terra Blast. Does he absolute shitload. I still need Torrent at this point, so I go to sack Meow. I'm a little shocked he didn't just press Terror Blast again. I don't really have a swap in for it, because it kills Hydrapple, it kills Meow, and it kills, like, it's gonna do a fuckload of Genesect, and then you get to Soccer for free after that. So it's a little bit interesting that he pressed Iron Head again, so I'm not really sure about that. I probably should have asked him. But he Iron Heads, and funnily enough, that's Meowscarada lives that. So I do get to fire off a Flower Trick into the Slithering, and I do 20%, showing me that it is, it's not full defensive, but that it has a lot of HP. Because Meowscarada into Slithering. If we look, Flower Trick should be doing 30%. I did 21, so I know that he's at least max HP, and then like Impish. Let me kind of go up from there. Yeah, so he's like Impish with some attack, or like a lot of attack, and then like, or like a lot of defense, and then like 80 adamant or something like that, right? But we know that he's like something of that sort. At this point, Torn is at 26, so he's going to come back around like 60-ish. And I don't really want to take a first impression, even though I do pressure out, and there's really no reason to keep Meowscarada. I guess I could have kept it as a sack, but I don't really know what this set is yet, and I don't want to go hard into Torn on the possibility of it being Stun Spore or something like that, which, funny enough, so I Sucker here, just in case he does try to like randomly attack, or if he Scarf. First impression will kill me anyways, so I just Sucker to kind of scout. Looking at it, Flower Trick probably was fine, especially since Sucker is doing like fucking 14%. I was just looking for Chip to see if it's Scarfed, just because it looked interesting if it was a Scarf set. But Bulky Morning Sun also makes sense once I see that he does press Stun Spore, and lucky for me, I Flower Tricked first, so I'm not getting paralyzed, which is super, super nice. So at this point, I know that he's bulky, and I'm never going to let my Torn go get paralyzed, so I'm just going to spam Flower Trick here. There's literally no reason for me not to. Moltres takes a fuckload, and then we can pivot around. I have Power Gem, so I can kill the Moltres if it comes in. King Gambit dies, Garchomp takes a shitload, so just spamming into this, 30% is really, really good. So, or I mean 20%, since he is defensive. So I just spam, and he ends up being Morning Sun, which sucks a little bit, but this health on this thing is literally negligible, because Torn is my win con. Torn or King is my win con at this point, and Bleak Wind Storm just cleans. Like, this thing dies to Bleak Wind, this thing takes 40% from Bleak Wind. This thing will die to 2 Bleak Winds at least, in the minimum, after, because again, it takes rocks. And this thing gets O-code. There's no way. So, I don't really care. I cannot go Torn. So, he does U-turn here, which is fine. The thing's low. He goes Garchomp. I get my Stealth Rocks recovery, and this does force me to go King. I am low on Torn. Foul Play obviously doesn't kill. Bleak Wind doesn't kill. And I cannot risk setup. Hydrapple is really low at this point as well. Genesect's at 51. Can't go there to Ice Beam. So King it is. Comes in to pressure this out. I get to press Ice Punch for free. Nothing he goes for can kill me. And he can't set up on me because he will die if he skill shots. So I just press Ice Punch into it as he goes Moltres. This is hilarious because it does burn instantly, which is good for me. Powering up my Facade. Now King is a huge threat. We get to pick this off. This is the part that makes me a little sad. This thing comes in. I have, like, no speed. And the only thing I know is that, like, he has a fuckload of defense. I don't know what his speed tier is looking like. If we look at it, I'm 28 speed to 243. He doesn't need a whole lot to get there. I mean, it's a decent chunk. Don't get me wrong. He needs about 184. My thing is, like, he can do that, technically, and still have some for attack, if he technically wanted to do that, to outspeed really slow King. And then some other stuff, like Genesect, obviously, if you want to be faster than, like, no-speed Genesect, if he didn't respect that. So, I swapped here because I felt like having Torn in was a really, really good position, and it gets me Regenerator, regardless of what he does. And I don't want King to die just yet because I still live a Sucker Punch from King Gambit, and I do live one move from Garchomp even through a spike. So that was mainly the reason I didn't want to waste King there, just because it could come down to it at the end, right? So I just go Torn. I'm at 60%. I take 38, showing me that he isn't fast. He does have attack at that point. But at this point, it's super free to just press Bleak Wind. He has to give me this Pokemon, which is absolutely fine. Garchomp then comes in again. This is where things get scary. I just go hard Hydrapple. I cannot allow Scale Shot to happen at this point. So I just go here. And then this is when I have to start making some plays, right? At this point, I win, even if he sets up, because he can't set up and be faster than Torn, since I am Scarf. But I don't... And I don't want him setting up. I could probably just press Fickle Beam at this point and sack, but I also didn't want him to just attack EQ into me, and then Torn not be able to kill, and then I kind of lose the matchup from there because this thing is faster than Kang and Genesect. So at this point, I didn't feel like there was not a reason. He's never pressing Scale Shot or he's pressing SD, right? So there's no reason for me not to go Torn. Get some Regenerator back. I'm at 56%. He has to make that play, and if he does Scale Shot, I'd have to sack King into E-Speed Genesect, which would clean the game from this point because this thing takes Stealth Rocks, and I'd get the attack, right? So I'm in a really, really good position. So yeah, so he does EQ. I get to go straight. I went Genesect here, which was my other misplay. I don't know why I kept sending Genesect in. There was no reason not to go straight back into Hydrapple. Because if he Scale Shotted, I technically lived at this point, and I could E-Speed and then just clean the game with Torn, because it put it in Bleak Wind range. And I think I was like thinking if he did just scale, so I want to see, right? Because at this point I know he's speedy, or in my head I think he is. Let me make sure it's not. It's SD. Yeah, if he Scale Shots into me, even with loaded dice, I live. Unless, obviously, he gets 5... I think I even live 5 hits. Okay, it's a roll for me to live 5 hits, so in hindsight, probably still a bad play. It's very in my favor. But my thing was that I can just E-Speed, let me die, and he can't set up on me. Because if he Scale Shots, he'll be -1. I'll have the attack boost, and Extreme Speed's going to do half. I then can press Bleak Wind and kind of win from there. And then it helps with differential. So it's not like the worst play, but it's also not the end of the world at that point, right? The worst part would be, the thing is too, if he Scale Shots into me, he can never get 2 because I E-Speed kill myself on Rough Skin, which was also the thought there. So that's the reason I made that play. In hindsight, I think it was just always better to go Hydrapple because I lived in EQ if he'd Scale Shotted. So like there was really no reason for him to Scale Shot at this point. He has to try and go for win, or double into King Gambit. So going Hydrapple definitely was the better play, but I think that this still, like the outcome at this point is still that I win. It's mostly just differential at this point because I have too much of Scarf Foul Play, E-Speed, and then King lives a hit and kills, and then Hydrapple also lives a non-boosted hit. So I get my special attack boost, which does suck, and he SD's there, right? Which at this point I'm like, okay, that's absolutely fine with me. He's not the minus. Now I just basically go Hydrapple. He Scale Shots, and I just sack. Hydrapple, I get to go Torn and get a huge hit off here. Foul Play does enough to where now E-Speed will always pick it off and clean the game. So he's going to Scale Shot here, right? He has to in order to think he thinks he wins. Or he's doing his best to try and put himself into a win position. But at this point, Genesect can now come in and clean up with 2 E-Speeds. Pick off the Garchomp, always take the Rough Skin, and then Sucker can't take us, and we have the +1 attack, so we always kill from 28 with him being Fairy. So yeah, that's week 1. Amazing shout out to my opponent Pickles, but just a really good game. I think I had a couple turns there, obviously, where I could have done better, but I'm really proud of it. We're rusty coming off of not playing Mons in over a month and a half, almost 2 months now. So a great first game back, great first game for us in PBL, starting off 1-0, baby. Mega King going 1-0, baby. But I'm loving the team, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And tune in next week for week 2 against a classic, an actual classic battle. I'm really excited for that one. So thank you all for tuning. Oh, actually, let me look before I go. This was his team that he brought. Kind of a shout out to his building, so I can show you guys. Was pretty much everything we said, right? AV almost max, but have Finny. Other VVs just kind of put in there to live some certain moves. He was like a really weird defensive spread key gambit, which was interesting. Pretty basic Ogre Pawn. He just put the HP in defense differently. Basically just 240 speed, 240 attack. Probably had a reason for that, I don't know. But mixed defense, Moltres. Slitherwing was just defensive, and then offensive Chomp. So pretty standard. Everything we guessed, right? So this was pretty much what we guessed. This was pretty much what we guessed. That's a basic set. This is a basic set. And then skill shot Chomp, which was scary as fuck. So yeah, shout out to Pickles. Gotta get Genesect over there. Look at this beast. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Almost exactly 35 minutes here. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And maybe if you guys get to, I'm gonna make it a high number. If you guys get to 100 views on this video, I'll do a face cam for the rest of the season or something. I don't know. But all right. So thank you all for joining in. I appreciate it. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Catch y'all later. Bye.